And there I was sitting thinking Tony was going to start, but we are such a flexible pair that here I am. Anyway, can I add my welcome to the conference this morning? As Katie said, this is organised by a joint effort by NUS, by the Association of Colleges, on whose boards the colleges boards you will sit on, and ELSIS, the Learning and Skills Improvement Service. And I think that we work together actually very well indeed as a group of institutions, organisations. And in this case this morning, we're here to offer, in the service of your learning, about being involved in governance in college. And governance is a crucial layer, not just in colleges, where decisions are made about you and what happens to you, and staff and salaries and so on, courses that are on offer. But it's a crucial layer in society. So I'm really hoping that the question, will you make a difference, haunts you for the rest of your life. And in getting the appetite for getting involved in changing things, that you never lose that, because actually we need all the help we can to make this world as good as we deserve it to be. So it's a crucial layer in colleges because it helps deliver the quality of your learning experience, the equality of offer to all in your community, and success, I think, at the end of your programmes. And there's no more important voice on a governing body than the voice of students. There's many important voices around there, but I want you to get the idea that your voice has a particular role to play because you're the ones for whom the college has been funded and being organised. It's a fabulous title, isn't it? Will you make a difference? That is a tough question, actually. And the answer, as I see it looking around and my experience of working with student governing representatives, is that the answer is that the chances are very good indeed. And that's a very simple answer, because you are people who've shown yourself to have the right characteristics to be successfully involved in governance right now at colleges. I hope it continues for the rest of your life. And those characteristics are, I think, as follows. You have put yourself forward to take up this responsibility. Nobody forced you. You might have been coy and shy, but actually the fact is that you did it. And that means that somewhere in you is that stirring that needs to be paid attention to. You have inspired your colleagues in your colleges enough to vote for you and to put you into that position of the possibility for change. And you being here today means that you've chosen to build your knowledge about that key layer in society, that governance layer that's not often seen. You know, most of the students in your college won't know there is a governing body or what it is that they do. It's your job to bring that to their attention. But actually it's a key layer in society and in colleges because it takes decisions about the lives of other people. And now that you're there, you'll be part of that decision making. And knowledge is crucial in doing that. But you've also chosen to develop your skills in order to do a good job of being on the governing body. And you're here today as well for that other characteristics, is that you know that you need to sharpen your wits so that you are good at the responsibilities you've been given. So as I see it, you absolutely deserve your place on the college board. And there's much work to do on college boards at the moment, and the time is ripe for doing it. So let me say why I say that. Particularly at this moment in time, it's the first third of the second season of the coalition government. Indeed, they are well through their term of office. So all of us in the FE world are starting to get the measure of this government and to get a measure of how serious they are about our world and the world of colleges. More importantly, at this point, actually in all governments, they're starting to get the measure of themselves. So we're getting the measure of them, and they're getting a measure of themselves about the things that they planned and how well they're working, and a sense of what isn't working. So it's a moment in time when we can all be particularly helpful to them with our views on their success and suggestions through the colleges and the AOC on things that they can do that would be better. Now, it would be very easy to see the position of this government and the messages to us as contradictory, but that would be a big mistake. They are a government in learning. It's been a long time since they were in power. It's a coalition government, and what's happening through the governing bodies, the funding you're being given, the inspection regimes, the programmes that are being allowed and the programmes that aren't being allowed, is really the manifestation of the government sensing its way forward. And the impact, of course, is the impact on you. Now, colleges are central to the government skills agenda. And though we have less money than we want and less money than we need to give you the best time of your lives when you're at college, we still are able to help all the learners in the college thrive and to hold the ambitions true for you. And you know that colleges will do everything they can. They are terrifically creative at bringing in opportunities, but they need to, I think, quite often work with students to refine their offer. And actually, I know that NUS, and Tony in particular, are particularly clear about where things are terrific and where they aren't. So I'm hoping that as student governors, you're able to help them get the quality agenda right for you and to help them do more with less, which is the famous government phrase. So I'm going to suggest you do 3 things today, and you do them from today and do them swiftly. Please use the increased agenda of freedoms in colleges to ensure that they serve you well. And they won't know how to serve you well unless you're talking to them, and you're talking to them with evidence. So go forward and say, we'd like less of this and more of that. Whatever it is you have to do, make sure that you're on top of that. Make sure they have a focus on the impact on the local community. Helping you is not good enough if the local community is suffering. So if they can offer courses and opportunities and resources to their local community, then that's the way to go forward. It's no longer big national agendas. It really is about where your college is and what it's doing to serve local folks. And make sure that impact, of course, is working with all the other people who are partners in the local community. And let me ask you to keep your connections with NUS, with the AOC and with ELSIS well-oiled, so that together we can maximise the impact of our views on this government. There's a very famous biologist, a man called Bateson, who had a great saying, it helped me all my life. Bateson says, it's difference that makes a difference. Sameness just gives you more of the same. And I think I want to say, and Tony knows this, please remember that. If they keep on doing the same thing, you'll keep on getting the same thing. And actually, just remember Bateson in your moments of rage and delight as you sit around the college tables. So I wish you very well for today. I think it's a well-organised day, and I hope that you leave here with sharper wits and more knowledge and ready to have another go tomorrow. Thank you very much.